All right. Good morning, friends. Grumpy Old Ken, number 16. I must apologise. The one I was going to do, what I was going to talk about again for the second time running, I've changed my mind and I'll do it next week. I'll tell you why. It was half term of my grandchildren last week, and it interested me on the type of things and the things they were doing during last week. And it reminded me a little bit of what we did in holidays. They were very much into technology. They tended to, they've all got mobile phones, well, certainly the older ones. And they tended to do things like using Xboxes. I was going to say Z-boxes. These, I don't know what they are games, console games. And they tended to use the mobile phone a lot. And they didn't seem to go out as much as we used to go out. And that's what interested me in particular. I've just come across that, by the way. Yeah, that is a bullseye. Do they call it? Yeah, a bullseye sweet. It reminded me of the gobstoppers and that we used to have years ago. Very traditional. Anyway, as I say, the kids tend to spend most of the time indoors on the phone, playing with consoles, generally enjoying themselves, but no more than we did at that age. Talking about the age, I was going to talk this week about the changeover of age 11 of schools, but we'll talk about the general things we did. I'm talking about 1949, 50, 51 up to 52-ish. Not very advanced by today's standards at all. What did we used to do? Unlike my grandchildren, our time was spent outdoors, most of it, on the bikes, up the fields. We'd take a bottle of pop, crisps, very minimal sort of food, and off we'd go for the day. And what did we do? I don't know. We went to the next village, over the fields. We went to the railway, Borrowash. I'll talk about that later, but we actually used to go away from where people could see us and watch the trains. And occasionally, I confess, I must admit, we nipped out onto the lines and placed coins. We went in the local canal far too much. I didn't learn to swim till I was 16, so that wasn't very clever, and in the rivers. We made dams in the brooks, fairly harmless. We collected eggs and things, which of course is against the law now, fortunately. We didn't collect every egg that was laid. We were sensible enough. But it's totally different to now. Some of these iPhones that the kids have got now, my grandchildren included, are £400 and £500 each. That's amazing. We enjoyed ourselves. In the actual holidays themselves, we did the same as we normally would. But sometimes in term time, we went to ploughing matches. I can't remember how legal this was that we went, but it was a rural place where I lived, Ockbrook, and we spent a lot of time in rural pursuits. We even collected rose hips for rose hip syrup. I think the school got some money for that. Yeah, we enjoyed ourselves, all good fun. I want to go next week onto the actual 11. You know what 11 means. Just looking. Of course, we hadn't got TVs. Of course, I'd forgotten. The first time I ever saw a television, I think, apart from a homemade one, was Coronation Street in 1953. And it was only on for certain times of the day, and it was sort of black and white and whatnot. One in our village had a great big screen thing in front of it, but that was not till, I think, Coronation year. Another thing that's talked about nowadays is skin cancer in particular, and the amounts of creams and lotions and potions that you put on. It was unheard of in my day. As a youngster, I was very freckled. As a matter of interest, I had skin cancer, seemingly not too bad, although I had surgery to my ear, not very long ago. I wonder how much that relates back to when, you know, I was a schoolboy. But you certainly didn't do much about it, and you certainly, it wasn't broadcast as it should be now and is. Funny old times. Very minimal sort of technical output, if you like. They're talking this actual week. We're just into June, and they're talking about great progress in cancer treatment. Keep your fingers crossed. It's June, what is it today? I've forgotten. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the weather has been appalling for the past week or so. Very cold. Having said that, one year at the cricket at Buxton, it was called off on June the 1st because it threw it down with snow. So things haven't changed that much, have they? Anyway, this is only a short one today. I'm so pushed for time, and it's good that I'm occupied, isn't it? At my age. Yeah, thinking about you. By the way, anybody who has put in comments, thank you very much. I've not got the hang yet of commenting back or anything to do with this YouTube malarkey. I'm trying. A lot of people say I'm trying. I'm not sure what they mean. Anyway, Grumpy Old Ken number 16. I'll do a better one in a few days' time. Bye.